When discussing tough guys in Hollywood, Lee Marvin stands out for his rugged persona and commanding presence. However, his life and career reveal layers that go beyond the tough exterior. After winning an Oscar for his role in Cat Ballou, Marvin surprised many by using his acceptance speech to highlight the importance of the arts and education, a cause close to his heart. This moment showcased his depth and commitment to social issues, contrasting with the hard-edged characters he often portrayed on screen. Marvin's journey began in a different world. He served in the U.S. Marine Corps during World War II, where he was wounded in action. This experience shaped his outlook on life and influenced his acting style. His unique voice and distinctive mannerisms made him a sought-after actor, but it was his ability to convey vulnerability beneath the tough facade that truly set him apart. Throughout his career, Marvin took on roles that challenged traditional masculinity, often portraying complex characters who grappled with their inner demons. His performances in films like The Dirty Dozen and Point Blank revealed a man who was not just a tough guy, but also a deeply reflective individual. In addition to his film work, Marvin had a passion for music and even recorded albums, showcasing another side of his artistic talent. His life was filled with contradictions, from his tough guy image to his softer, more introspective moments. As we delve deeper into the untold truths of Lee Marvin, we uncover a man whose legacy is as multifaceted as the characters he portrayed, revealing insights that challenge the typical narrative of Hollywood tough guys. Born on February 24, 1924, Lee Marvin entered the world as Lamont Waltman Marvin Jr. His upbringing took place in the vibrant setting of New York City, where he was the son of a World War I veteran and a fashion designer. This unique family background provided him with a blend of discipline and creativity. However, his early life was not without challenges. Marvin faced difficulties in school due to ADHD and dyslexia, which made learning a struggle for him. Despite these obstacles, he found joy in various activities outside the classroom. One of his favorite pastimes was hunting in the Everglades, where he could connect with nature and escape the pressures of academic life. This love for the outdoors would later influence his rugged persona on screen. Marvin's childhood experiences shaped him into the complex individual he would become, laying the groundwork for his future career in acting. Marvin's early education was marked by a series of schools, including Manumet School and Peekskill Military Academy. However, his time in these institutions was troubled. He faced expulsion from several schools due to his bad behavior, which included smoking and fighting. This pattern of rebellion and troublemaking set the stage for a significant change in his life. The onset of World War II in 1939 brought about a turning point for many young men, and Marvin was no exception. In 1942, he made the decision to enlist in the U.S. Marine Corps, a choice that would shape his future. His father opposed this decision, likely due to the dangers associated with military service during a global conflict. Nevertheless, Marvin's determination to serve his country prevailed, leading him into a life that would eventually influence his career in acting. The experiences he gained during the war would later inform his performances, adding depth to the tough guy roles he became famous for. Marvin served as a scout sniper in the Pacific Theater during World War II, a role that required exceptional skill and bravery. He participated in several key battles, including Inatok and Sianen, where his training and instincts were put to the test. The conditions were harsh, and the stakes were high, as soldiers faced not only the enemy, but also the challenging environment of the Pacific Islands. During the intense fighting in the Battle of Saipan, Marvin was seriously injured by machine gun fire. This injury was severe enough to require extensive medical attention, and he spent over a year in recovery. His time in the hospital was marked by pain and uncertainty, but it also showcased his resilience and determination to heal. For his bravery and sacrifice, Marvin was awarded the Purple Heart, a recognition of the wounds he sustained in battle. This experience would shape his character and influence his later work as an actor, where he often portrayed tough, gritty characters. In addition to the Purple Heart, Lee Marvin received several other military honors that highlighted his bravery and service during World War II. Among these were the Presidential Unit Citation and the Asiatic Pacific Campaign Medal. These awards recognized his contributions and sacrifices while serving in the United States Marine Corps. Marvin's experiences in the war had a profound impact on his life and career. He often credited his time in the Marines with teaching him valuable lessons about acting. The skills he developed while facing real-life challenges made it easier for him to portray tough characters on screen. The ability to pretend to be tough became second nature to him after enduring the hardships of combat. This unique perspective shaped his performances and contributed to his reputation as a rugged and compelling actor. His military background not only influenced his acting style, but also added depth to the characters he portrayed, making them more relatable and authentic to audiences. After the war, Lee Marvin found himself working as a plumber's assistant, a job that seemed far removed from the world of acting. However, fate had other plans for him. One day, he was asked to step in for a sick actor in a local production. This unexpected opportunity ignited a passion for acting that Marvin had not fully realized before. The experience was transformative, and he quickly caught the acting bug. Recognizing his newfound interest, he made the bold decision to move to New York City, a hub for aspiring actors and artists. In New York, Marvin took advantage of the GI Bill, which provided financial support for returning veterans. He enrolled in the American Theater Wing, where he received formal training in acting. This education was crucial for his development as an actor, allowing him to hone his craft and gain the skills necessary to succeed in the competitive world of theater and film. His time at the American Theater Wing laid the foundation for a remarkable career that would see him become one of the most respected actors of his generation. He began his acting career with uncredited roles, which often go unnoticed but are crucial for gaining experience in the industry. Lee Marvin quickly transitioned to more significant stage performances, showcasing his talent in plays like Billy Budd in 1949. This production allowed him to demonstrate his skills and capture the attention of audiences and critics alike. His stage work laid a solid foundation for his future in film. In 1951, Marvin made his film debut in the American war comedy, You're in the Navy Now. This film featured notable actors such as Jack Warden and Charles Bronson, and it marked the beginning of Marvin's journey in the movie industry. His performance in this film helped establish him as a promising actor, paving the way for more prominent roles in the years to come. As he continued to evolve as an actor, Marvin's early experiences on stage and in film would shape his unique style and approach to acting, leading to a successful career in Hollywood. Due to his military background, Lee Marvin became typecast in roles as men in uniform or other authoritative figures. His strong presence and deep voice made him a natural fit for such characters, often portraying tough, no-nonsense individuals. This typecasting, while limiting in some ways, also provided Marvin with a solid foundation in the film industry. His first major breakthrough came in the 1953 noir crime film The Big Heat. In this film, he played the villain Vince Stone, a role that showcased his ability to embody a menacing character. Marvin's performance was intense and captivating, earning him widespread acclaim from both critics and audiences. This role marked a turning point in his career, allowing him to break free from the constraints of typecasting. As a result, he began to take on a wider variety of roles, demonstrating his versatility as an actor. His portrayal of Vince Stone remains one of the defining moments of his career, illustrating how a single role can change the trajectory of an actor's life. His role as Chino, the leader of a motorcycle gang, in the 1953 film The Wild One with Marlon Brando further cemented his success. This film was significant in shaping the image of youth rebellion in the 1950s, and Marvin's portrayal of Chino showcased his ability to embody complex characters. The film's themes of defiance and the struggle for identity resonated with audiences, allowing Marvin to stand out in a competitive industry. During the 1950s, Marvin became known for playing multifaceted characters that often had a dark edge. In Violent Saturday, he took on the role of a troubled man whose life spirals out of control, demonstrating his range as an actor. His ability to convey deep emotional struggles made him a compelling presence on screen. Additionally, co-starring with Frank Sinatra in Not as a Stranger allowed Marvin to further showcase his talent alongside one of Hollywood's biggest stars. This collaboration not only elevated his profile, but also solidified his reputation as a serious actor capable of holding his own against established names. Marvin's performances during this decade laid the groundwork for a successful career that would continue to evolve in the years to come. His unique blend of toughness and vulnerability made him a favorite among directors and audiences alike, ensuring that he would remain a significant figure in American cinema. In the TV series M Squad, Lee Marvin stepped into his first leading role as Frank Bollinger, a tough Chicago cop. This role was significant in shaping his career and made him a household name. Marvin's portrayal of Bollinger showcased his ability to embody a gritty, no-nonsense character, which resonated with audiences. His performance was marked by a commanding presence and a unique blend of toughness and vulnerability, traits that would become hallmarks of his acting style. Later, in the 1965 comedic western Cat Ballou, Marvin demonstrated his remarkable acting range by playing two contrasting characters. He took on the roles of Kid Shalene, a drunken gunslinger, and Tim Strawn, a ruthless outlaw. This duality allowed Marvin to showcase his versatility as an actor, seamlessly shifting between comedy and drama. His performance in Cat Ballou earned him an Academy Award for Best Supporting Actor, solidifying his status as a talented and respected figure in Hollywood. The film itself became iconic, and Marvin's roles within it are still celebrated today for their depth and humor. His dual roles in Cat Ballou earned Marvin widespread recognition and an Oscar win, which he humorously dedicated in part to a horse. This moment showcased not only his talent, but also his unique sense of humor, endearing him to audiences. Following his success in Cat Ballou, Marvin continued to make a significant impact in the film industry. He starred in several major films that further solidified his status as a leading actor. In The Professionals, released in 1966, he played a tough character in a story about a group of mercenaries on a mission. This film was well received and highlighted Marvin's ability to portray complex, rugged characters. The following year, he took on the role in Point Blank, a film that became a classic in the crime genre. Marvin's performances in these films showcased his versatility and depth as an actor, allowing him to explore different facets of his craft while maintaining his tough guy image. His post-Oscar career was marked by a series of memorable roles that kept him in the spotlight and demonstrated his enduring appeal in Hollywood. By the 1970s, Marvin explored different film genres, showcasing his versatility as an actor. He took on roles in westerns, such as Monte Walsh, where he portrayed a rugged cowboy facing the changing times of the West. This film allowed him to delve into the complexities of a character who was both tough and vulnerable. In addition to westerns, Marvin starred in dramas like Prime Cut, where he played a hitman navigating the criminal underworld, and The Iceman Cometh, a film adaptation of Eugene O'Neill's play that highlighted his ability to tackle serious and challenging material. Throughout this decade, Marvin was known for valuing his privacy. He often preferred the company of crew members over fellow actors, finding comfort in their camaraderie rather than the competitive nature of Hollywood. This preference for a quieter life meant he had few close friends in the industry, choosing instead to keep his personal life away from the public eye. His focus on work and the people behind the scenes reflected a deep commitment to his craft and a desire for authenticity in his relationships. Marvin's first marriage to Betty Ebeling lasted 15 years, during which they welcomed 4 children into the world. Their life together was marked by the ups and downs typical of many marriages, but ultimately, they decided to part ways, leading to their divorce in 1967. Following this significant change in his personal life, Marvin entered into a highly publicized relationship with Michelle Triola. This relationship garnered much attention, not only for its passionate nature but also for the legal battles that ensued after their separation. Triola sought compensation through a lawsuit that became known as the Palimony lawsuit. This legal action aimed to secure financial support, similar to what one might receive through alimony after a marriage. The case highlighted the complexities of relationships outside of marriage and raised questions about the rights of partners who had lived together for an extended period without formalizing their union. The outcome of this lawsuit was significant, as it set a precedent for future cases involving similar claims. The public's fascination with Marvin's personal life and the legal intricacies of the Palimony lawsuit kept the story in the headlines for quite some time, reflecting the changing attitudes toward relationships and financial responsibilities in the 1970s. The court case involving Lee Marvin and his former partner, Triola, concluded with a mixed outcome. Initially, the court awarded Triola $114,000 to assist with her rehabilitation. However, her request for half of Marvin's earnings was denied. The court found that there was no non-marital contract in place to support her claim. This decision highlighted the complexities of their relationship and the legal challenges that can arise when personal and financial matters intertwine. In a significant turn in his personal life, Marvin married his childhood sweetheart, Pamela Feely, in 1970. Their marriage marked a new chapter for Marvin, who had experienced both professional success and personal turmoil. He and Pamela remained together until his death in 1987, showcasing a lasting bond that endured through the ups and downs of life. Their relationship stood in contrast to his earlier experiences, reflecting a sense of stability and commitment that Marvin cherished. As Marvin moved into his later career, he took on roles in films such as Death Hunt in 1981 and Gorky Park in 1983. However, during the 1980s, his star power began to fade. Despite the decline in his acting prominence, Marvin held a deep respect for his time in the Marine Corps, which he considered more significant than his achievements in film. This sentiment was reflected in the way he chose to be remembered. His headstone at Arlington National Cemetery is military-focused, emphasizing his pride in serving his country. This choice highlights the values he held dear throughout his life. Even as he faced the challenges of aging and a changing film industry, Marvin's legacy as a Marine remained a central part of his identity. His contributions to both cinema and the military continue to resonate, showcasing a man who valued honor and service above all else. Throughout his life, Lee Marvin faced significant struggles with alcoholism, a challenge that often impacted his professional career. His battle with drinking was particularly evident during the filming of The Dirty Dozen, a film that became iconic in his career. Marvin's struggles with alcohol not only affected his performance, but also created tension on set, as he sometimes arrived in less than ideal condition for filming. Despite these challenges, he managed to deliver memorable performances that showcased his talent and charisma. Marvin's life was marked by a series of ups and downs, and his addiction was a constant shadow. Ultimately, his health deteriorated over the years, leading to serious medical issues. On August 29, 1987, Lee Marvin passed away at the age of 63. His death was attributed to a heart attack, which followed respiratory distress caused by an intestinal rupture. This tragic end came after a life filled with both remarkable achievements and personal struggles. Lee Marvin's life and career reveal a man of many layers, far beyond the tough guy image he often portrayed. His rugged persona captivated audiences, but it was his depth that truly set him apart. After winning an Oscar for Cat Ballou, he used his acceptance speech to advocate for the arts and education, showing his commitment to social issues. This moment highlighted a side of Marvin that contrasted sharply with the hard-edged characters he played. His experiences in World War II, where he served in the U.S. Marine Corps and was wounded, shaped his worldview and influenced his acting style. Marvin's unique voice and mannerisms made him a sought-after actor, yet it was his ability to express vulnerability that resonated with viewers. In films like The Dirty Dozen and Point Blank, he portrayed complex characters wrestling with their inner struggles, challenging traditional notions of masculinity. Beyond acting, Marvin had a passion for music, recording albums that showcased another facet of his artistic talent. His life was a tapestry of contradictions, blending toughness with introspection, revealing a legacy that continues to inspire